Hi everyone, I hope you are fine and doing well in everything. And of course, doing the God will, and that is the best way to walk, okay? Well, as my friend Mark say before me, I'm gonna do something in Orature, try to do everything, the three modes. I hope if I go fast or I say something that you do not understand, please I'm gonna put here the camera. If you please raise your hands and Mark maybe say, hey, Moncho, stop because somebody is not understanding something. Please do that. Because Moncho speaks so fast sometimes, and also my first language is Spanish, not English. I'm working so maybe hard to do my best in the English, okay? But remember, if I speak fast, don't hesitate and raise your hands and say, Mark, can Moncho repeat again? Okay. I'm when you I gonna try to do this as a technician that somebody tell me that I have to do Orature project. How I can do that right now. First, I downloaded the software, I installed the software, also installed Ocean Audio, the both software that I gonna need to do the Orature project. When I install both software, I open the first Orature. It's this one that you see in before in the training that Orature I give you to you. The first thing I have to do as a technician is prepare the software. Remember, I talked to you. This is the software. When I open the software, I go to settings. I can change the language. If the language is available, you can select it, and all the software, it's gonna change to that language. But if not happened the first time, you have to close and open the software again, and it's supposed to appear in your language, the one you selected here. But if the software, the language, if not ready, maybe you only give the English one, or maybe you're gonna give some letter or some words in your language and other in English, okay? Don't worry about that. We are working in that to make Orature and BTT Writer and BTT Orature in maybe in the language that we are working in all the world, okay? The other thing that I have to do is the audio output. I have to select here where I want to hear what I'm recording. In my case, I can let the default audio device and it's gonna work, or maybe I can select the MacBook Pro speakers in my case. I'm gonna select default audio device right now is working in that way. Here, if I have a lot of microphone, I can use it. If I have a digital one, a headset one, I can select it here. Remember, you have to select it before you're gonna start the work, no after, because if you select it after, you maybe have some problems. The correct way is selected before. In my case, I'm gonna let in default audio device is working right now. Okay, right here, language settings, okay? Updated the language list require an internet connection. Right now, I have a good internet connection, but I know I don't want to do the update because maybe it take a while. But the first time you prepare your laptop, your computer to do the Orature, you have to do it. Please do it before you go to the field because you maybe not know if you're gonna have a good internet in the field. Application settings here. This icon means microphone. That's me record. In Orature, the microphone means record. I'm gonna select in Orature recorded, I want to record, but I want to edit. I go to in the pencil one, I'm gonna select Ocean Audio. It's the second software that I have to have in my machine before I go to field to do the Orature record, okay? And for those that love the keyboard shortcut, here are. You can use it. It's good. The shortcut give you more time for do more things because the words say everything. Shortcut. This gonna help you to do things more fast. Okay. Now, after I configure all the software, I go to home again. I give the instruction because I'm gonna give you today. I'm gonna show you how to do a narration mode because narration mode is the mode that we're gonna start using most. That translation, I'm gonna show you here, and dialect. More, this is the one narration is the one that we're gonna use more that the other. Okay. Okay, sorry for that, guys. Okay, and in my case, I say I'm gonna use narration mode. Okay, Orature translation, you have to use the A step. And if you remember, I think somebody in the team give you the A step. How do you have to do the A step and what do you have to do in each step? Okay, it's the same in Orature. I'm gonna start, and dialect is you can record as he said, record the audio for assisting writing translation in a different language, variety, or dialect. This process do not require users to follow the A step. This is the main difference in Orature translation and dialect, that in one you have to use, if you do not do the each step, the program do not give you the permission to go to the next. You have to record something, do what you have to do in each step. And dialect, you don't have to do that. You only put the source and you put the target and you start recording. But remember, the one that you're gonna use for gateway language, if you have the privilege to do that, the gateway language to a nation is Orature translation. In Orature translation, you have to select the same source is the same language, okay? In dialect, you don't have to do that. You can select a different source and a target, another language, you can do it. Okay, now we're gonna start with narration mode because this is the one that is in the field right now. Because when you finish one work, you want to put that translation in audio. This is the one that you're gonna use, narration mode. In my case, I'm gonna select, let me see. Okay, let me do it in English. I'm gonna use sounds. Okay, because it's shorter. Sounds, sorry. Okay, here is. And I want to select in the upside right side, I want to select the chapter. The chapter that I want to use is 117 because it's shorter, okay? I go here, select it. I only have to record 2 verses, and that's good. I'm gonna start with the chapter. Chapter 117. Now I can go to next. Praise, okay, now. Remember, I have to press record. If I don't do that, I am doing something wrong. I have to press record, okay? Praise Yahweh, O nation, exalt him and all your people. I can do pause, resume, or I can, when I pause the recording, I can do next, and he's gonna bring me the next verse, okay? I record the second one. For this covenant, faithfulness is great toward us, and the truthworthiness of Yahweh endures forever. Give praise to Yah. Amen. I finished. If I want to play all, I can do it here. I hope everyone can hear. If somebody not here, please raise your hands and tell Mark, because I don't see you right now, okay? I minimize the window that the windows of your faces, okay? Chapter 117, okay? Praise Yahweh, O nation, exalt him and all your people. One, for this covenant, faithfulness is great toward us, and the truthworthiness of Yahweh endures forever. Give praise to Yah. Amen. Thank you, John, for saying that I can hear fine. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and Prosper, you raised your hand. Can you hear Moncho? Okay, so you
Yep.
can hear?
Yes, good.
Yes, I'm hearing him now.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. I'm finished, but I want to edit this audio. I want to do something better. I want to clean the noise that are in my background. I want to do it. I'm going to go here to the 3 dot in the upper side. It's beside the chapter. I go there, and it say open chapter in. Here, do not say Ocean Audio, but when you select you remember the pencil here? I'm going to go there again. When you select here the pencil, that's mean when you press open this in, it's gonna select the Ocean Audio, the one you selected here. Somebody asked me one time, can I use another software? Yes, you can do it. You can record, save in waveform this audio, and you can do it and fix it, edit everything you want to do it in other software. But when you try to put it again in Orature, it's not the same. It's gonna take an audio. It's gonna take that as a new audio, not at the same that you have in the Orature. The best way right now is using Ocean Audio. I'm gonna open. Here is my audio. I know that I say something here that is not good. Check. Okay. You see, I say, okay, I can select that first and delete it because I know I say something that is not in the verse. One and here too. Let me see. One. You see? One. It's wrong. I can delete it. Select it. How I select all with the mouse or touchpad. I can select that part and press the delete button. And also I can go here upside and delete the selection. You see? Delete it. Now I want to eliminate all the noise that is in my background. I have to
Macho.
select all. Yes.
We'll get there. Just 1 second. Faustin, you had a question, and I apologize for interrupting. All right, Faustin, if you still have a question, let's have Mancho finish up, and we can get back to you.
Okay. Good. Look what happened. What I did something wrong here. If you see it, I erased my marker. That's right. I have to undo because I want to fix that. You see, this is my Orature. In the upside, you're gonna see you in yellow, in this case, orange or maybe, Orature verse 2. Okay, I have to be more careful when I am editing. That means I have to do zoom. Look, I have to do zoom. I am doing zoom right now. And I have to select more careful here and delete it. Okay, I'm zoom out because why I do that? Because if I delete a marker, I can create it in Ocean Audio. I can do it right now. Yes, only I have to put my cursor here. Right side in the mouse, and I can create it. But he's gonna put this name here in the upside, and Orature cannot read that name. You have to change that name to the correct name, that is Orature dash VM dash 2. Okay, or in the other case, if another verse 3. Okay, I'm gonna delete that one. Okay, now I want to delete all the background noise. I don't want that in my record. I can do the shortcut. In my case, I can press Command A and it select all. And now I go to Effect, Noise Reduction, and we teach you the best way to do it. How? Automatically noise reduction. Never use noise reduction. Why? Look what happened. You have to select some part here, and you have to do some configuration that you maybe do not know how to do it. Don't do it. That is we teach you the best way. If select noise reduction automatically, okay? And look what happened. You remember the little sounds that are in these lines, now they are not there, okay? Okay, I'm finished to edit the basic one. I don't want to do any more in the audio. I only have to close these things. I say yes. And here is in Orature again. I'm gonna play it again. Do you hear what happened? It's now is clean and more clear the voice. Chapter 117. Praise Yahweh, O nation, exalt him and all your people. For this covenant faithfulness is great toward us, and the truthworthiness of Yahweh endures forever. Give praise to Yah. Amen. Now you can hear that my voice is like I am in a room that uh, I have a mini box in my face in some I say the dark my voice because I know I am not in the studio one, or maybe I do not prepare my environment that I teach you how to do it the last time that I give you the training. But that is another thing that you have to do when you go to the field. You have to take with you some boxes to put the microphone inside to eliminate all the sound, the background sounds, and also make the voice more clear. Okay. Now I'm finished. I'm finished chapter 117.
Mancho,
Yes.
can you repeat the narration mode? What you talked about? That was a question by Faustin.
Okay, Faustin, the narration mode. In my case, I'm finished. Let me see. Mexico, no, Spain. Paco, Francisco, one of the technicians is working in Spain, the language Gallego. They finished the Old Testament and they want to record all the Testament in audio. That means that he have to use narration mode. Why narration mode? Because narration mode is something that you finish and you want to read it to somebody and record that audio and put it in audio in MP3, in the cell phone, Android, Apple, in each device that accept MP3. You want to do that. Narration mode, you do it in narration mode because it's easy. You don't have to select a source target as you have to do it in Orature translation and dialect. You don't have to do that. And narration is so easy. You only select the book and you start recording. But first you need to have the source. That's mean you remember fasting in Sahili, we have some problem with the translation that you do because something changed, and when we start to record from the source that we have in that moment in Orature 1.9, it's not correct. We have to use in paper, you remember, in paper the right translation. But in that time we use narration mode, but Orature 1.9 not have that button that say narration mode selected. No, in that time you have to select the source and the target. You have to select the same language, in your case Sahili and Sahili, and then you start recording in narration mode. I remember that I say to somebody that narration mode is I want to read to my kids. The grandpa read to the kids, or me as a father read to my kid. That is narration mode. But in my case, when I'm reading, I want to record that reading. That's why we use a narration mode. Another question? Mark? I don't know if I see something pop up in the chat, but I don't know if that is a question.
There is a question during the editing. How do I know that there are mistakes in my recording work?
How I know?
How do you know if you have mistakes in your recording?
Well, first mistake. You have to hear well if some of the words are correctly. That's mean if you remember the first time that I give you the training, I give you some advice to the voice. What you have to do first, you have to read the source and then you record. One of the error that you can find is some words are wrong, or maybe the accent is wrong, the point, the comma, something is wrong because you do some spaces that you say, hey, here is not something is wrong, but you have to go and hear. Another thing that you can see in here in Ocean Audio is maybe here I have too much space. Let me select this. Something that you can do if copy the name of this marker, copy, and now I can erase here in this space. I have too much space of silence. I can select some part and delete it using this button in the upside. Well, okay, or right side in the mouse and delete section. Okay. Now here I'm gonna put the marker. Remember, if I delete it, I can undo, or right now I can create a marker, but I first copy the name. I'm gonna put it here. And now it's supposed that Orature read this a right marker and put it in the Orature software. Okay. Let me see if I have more space here. Okay, no more space here. No, everything looks right. Another error that you can see in the wave, not in the sounds when you are here, is maybe if you see this wave is too loud, but maybe it's not too loud. Maybe I put some accent in there because I want to emphasize something that is special in the Word of God. But if I see this wave, imagine that you see this wave take to here, to the my mouse cursor here, high, that is something wrong. You can fix it in Ocean, but when you fix something like that, the sounds change a lot because Ocean Audio is not a professional, big, and unique software. It's free software that you can do a lot of things, but it's not a professional one. The best practice that you can see a wave that is too loud is record again that version. It's the best way because if you select it and record that part of the wave, you have to zoom too much here, too much to put it in here, and don't make a little hippo, I say, como something like that, because the sound is going to be a change, okay?
Moncho,
Yes,
John has his hand up, and we have two other
yes,
questions.
James, John.
So, to the question, how do I know if I make an error? There's two ways that you can know. Number one, if while you are recording, you realize that you've made an error, but otherwise your recording is going well, you can keep going and know that you can edit it later.
Mm-hmm.
The second way that you can know that you made an error is during the self check. You should be listening to the audio to see
Yes.
if everything's correct. And if something is not, then you know you have an error. And so you won't automatically know that you have an error. But if you're paying attention while you're speaking or afterwards when you're reviewing the audio, then you will find the errors. The second comment I had is if you have a marker like Moncho was showing you that's in the middle of an area that you want to delete, another thing that you can do instead of just copying the name of the marker is you can actually move the marker before you delete the silence and
Good
then
one.
move it into the right place afterwards. And
Good
for
one.
some of us, that's easier.
Yes, good one for that, John. Thank you so much. I want to say, John, say in the self-check, in narration, you do not use self-check that, but you can use that. As John say, when you are reviewing a review, you record. Please make sure everything is in the right place, the words and maybe when you finish everything, and you go to sleep and you put your head in the bed, oh, something is wrong because that happened. Fasting can tell you that in Kenya when I was there with fasting, somebody and in the next day they have to fix a lot of things because some words, some things they do in they get they refresh their mind and they say, hey, this is wrong, we have to record again. And we do two room at the same time, one in the studio, another in the office, the pastor, another in the camp, because they record better the sounds. We do a lot of things. Don't close your mind when you are recording. Open your minds. You can do a lot of things to record the best audio. Don't have any limitation. You can go and be so open mind and do a lot of things when you are recording and take all the time that you need, because remember, this is the word of God. We have to put it in the right way and do it right. Okay. I'm going to close this again.
All right.
Save it.
Do you have time for two more questions, or you want to
No,
save them?
no, let me finish. Oh, well, give me the question. Yes.
Okay. So is it possible to have 2 or 3 recorders in the same chapter in narration mode? So 2 or 3 recordings in the same chapter in narration mode?
Yes, he gonna take it as a take one, take two. Let me do it here.
I think maybe he's asking if we can have more than one person.
More than one person?
Waris, is your question, can you have more than one person record in a single chapter?
You ask me or you ask to the...
I was asking Waris who asked the question, but he's muted. I don't know if he's able to answer.
Well, the second question, and we'll go back to the training.
Mark, I have to correct my answer. In
Okay.
narration mode, in Orature 3.1, you cannot take two record, only one. In 1.9, yes, you can do it. I remember that you can, right now I cannot show you because I don't have 1.9 here, but you can in narration mode. In Orature and dialect, yes, you can have two take, three take, and then you can select which one you have. But Orature in in Orature in 3.1, no, you cannot do that. Look what happened when I tried to record again. He started again, you see? And he add me a new sound, but he don't give me the opportunity to select the another take. Okay. 117. Okay, Mark, which you have another question?
So John sort of answered it. So Anna, Anna, oh, okay. So John's answering it.
Okay, good. Okay, now I'm finished. I have another option here. I can edit the verse markers here. When I try to edit the verse marker. Chapter 117. Praise Yahweh, O nation, exalt him and all your people. For this covenant faithfulness is great. Okay, we know that I have two verses. I can move it here, later here, and continue. And he move it, the chapter. The verse, sorry. You see, he move it here. Also, I can do it here. You have two ways to do it, to edit the markers. Another thing that I have here, I can restart chapter. I don't want to do that right now, okay? Now, I'm gonna go to home because I want to upload this to my computer. I am here, I know that I am narration mode in English. I go to Psalms, and now you go to the 3 point, and I want to do the backup. When I do the backup, he's gonna select everything that you have in Psalms. And I go to, yes, select download. And now show location, because I want to know how, which name he put it. I go to, okay. Now I go to the location that I know that is in download in my folder. And here is, Psalms. He put all the book here, all the book. But I want to only have chapter 17. Yes, we can select only chapter. Export. And now he give me more option to do it. I don't want to do it a backup from the book. I want to source audio. And he only let me select only the chapter that have audio right now. And the one is 117. Why he don't let me select it? Why I do something wrong? Let me go back. Okay. Okay, yes. Something, he don't let me record. Oh, yes. Test 2, okay, we are good. Now, okay. Maybe I do too much undo. The last time I erased the last verse, that's why. Okay, I go here again. I go to Psalms. Sorry for that. I go to Psalms again, select the 3-point. Now go to export because I want to only export because I want to hear Psalms 117 in my cell phone. And I want to put export as an audio, MP3. Okay. Here, now, if you finish all the narration verse and everything is finished, now you can export the audio. I'm going to put it in download. Nice. Okay. Show location. Something is not good here. Why? Okay, let me see what happened. No. Go again. Export. Oh, yeah. These two are the same, backup and source audio. I think that in the manual we explain that better. Listen, this is the one that I want to take. Sorry for that, man. Now, yes, right now. Psalms, I go here, chapter 117. I'm going to select here. Let me see, open with quick player. Chapter 117. Praise Yahweh, O nation, exalt him and all your people. For this covenant. Now you can see here, he create a folder for you that is the code PSA Psalms, okay? And when you go inside, you're gonna have all the chapter that you have in MP3 and audio, and the software gonna convert to you an MP3. But if you want these sounds in wave, yes, of course you can do it also, because maybe the guy say, hey, can you send me the record in wave? Yes, yeah, we can do it. You go to, I'm gonna go back again in Orature, and here is the project. This chapter 117. I press select the 3-point in the upside, and I say opening chapter in Ocean Audio, and here you have the audio in Ocean Audio. I can go here, file, save as waveform. You see, in my case, I want to put it in download too. I don't want to change the name of the file. Please do not do it, because if you see here, it's a English ULB Psalm chapter 117, okay? And you can select other format, but we want to the best quality is waveform, okay? I select waveform, save. You can change the the audio format, the resolution, you can put 24, 33, but if we give you the instruction to do it, you can do it, but do not change everything here, because when we tell you, hey, we want the waveform, it's supposed that come with instruction. Hey, put the resolution, do this in this part, and you have a Mac, you have a window, okay? Now save it. I go to download. And now I have my chapters 117 and wave 2. Any question? So one question that somebody asked me one time was, hey, where I upload my project? Right now, John would tell me that in that time, he tell me, you cannot upload it to the server. It take too much place, and when you go to upload it, it's too big, the files. That's why we don't have, and I forget to mention, in Orature, you do not have to do a login, because right now, we don't have a server connected that upload all that audio. We use Box. How we gonna upload to the project to Weekly Habit? You have to open a private account in Box, and we give you a link to you, and that folders is gonna appear in your account, and you can upload everything and put it over there, and it's gonna be in Weekly server in that way. Okay, don't worry about that right now, because we're gonna show you in Africa how to do it. Okay,
Tony has a question.
Yes, sir. I asked a question already on the chat, but it has not been responded to. I was asking that if I did a recording in a low voice and while in reviewing it, I noticed it's very low, is there a tendency to increase the voice?
you tell me that you record something that is too low and you
Very
want
low.
very low. Okay,
Low in volume, yes.
well, we have an Ocean Audio, something that called normalize, but the normalize that Ocean Audio have is not so good. Look what happened if, in your case, this is the part that you see that is too low. I go here, I go to effect, I select, yes, amplitude, and go to normalize. Do not touch nothing here. Let everything as a default and apply, and look what happened. It's not so good. It put too much volume, but it's maybe it's too low, too low, too low. Right now, we don't have the time to practice, but in Africa, we can do that, Tom. We can record something low and practice with normalize. You can use normalize, but I tell you that it's not so good. He gonna work, but it's not so good that as another software, okay? Now I'm gonna do undo, okay, and close it.